All right, guys, welcome back to race number 2 here from Mosport. Going to come to you a little bit live before the screen here as I am watching the guys go green, and they're off. Already some trouble right from the get-go. It's going to be the car of Simon Goodwin in trouble. Also involved is CP Allen, a tough break for the number 16 black and yellow motorsport.com GTCC driver. CP Allen, tough break for him there. Drew Lidkey also gets involved. All three of these guys, maybe CP Allen's car he tried to drive it, but it looks like, yeah, he's spinning out again, guys. CP Allen, all three drivers that were involved are going to have to go back to pit road. They're all going to get meatball flags, I'm sure. That was a pretty rough wreck. Onward through the race, though, we're just getting lap number 1 underway. And currently, right now, we have everybody else doing okay on the track. Currently, in first, out in front right now is Doug Beard in the number 23 mile marker Brewer Company Kia. And just right behind him in second place, well, actually, the field's going to get shook up on me real quick. And Robert Fagg is now the leader. I'm trying to see what just happened there. Something just happened and shook up how everything was going. Doug Beard is now in 5th place. Don't know what happened, but something got shook up there, and he fell back to 5th. This is how they run currently. Robert Fagg is in first place. The number 83 of Fabrizio Battistella in second. 3rd place, Jason Lundy in the Pistachios Kia. Oh, trouble for Jason Lundy. He goes off track. He's into the wall. Trouble for the number 14 car. The front end is bent up and crunched. That's going to be engine problem for the number 14 wonderful Pistachios Kia. Big time trouble for Jason Lundy. That's very, very, very unfortunate. Up front, in the front, is Rob Fagg trying to do a really good job of holding that lead down. He battled hard in second. He does a power slide around the final turn here at Mosport. I got JD Smith is my name, and I got Ken Kraft alongside me in the booth this evening here for race number 2. This is week 8 of the GTCC, and we are really happy to bring you live coverage here from the Canadian Tire Motorsports Park. And as always, it has been a super tight championship points up to this point. And trouble on the track. Robert Fagg, your leader, the number 28, over. He's on his roof, guys. That is going to be devastational. And there it was. I just got to talking good about him. And Kane, the commentator's curse, comes again and strikes hard. We just got through talking about how tricky this track was going to be. And already we've seen trouble for the leader. That is crazy right there, what just happened. And man, we got action everywhere.
Yeah, as we watch a replay of it, that is turn 2. You get just a little wide there, and it gets you off into the grass, and it's just so hard to save. And he did get into the tire barrier, and it tore the heck out of that car.
Now we have a brand new leader. It's going to be the 83 car, the 88 or 80 driver, Fabrizio Battistella. Good to see Fabrizio out front, but unfortunately under those circumstances for Rob Fagg, that was very tough break for Rob there. I know he really wanted to get out there and have a good result as we talked to him post-race, Kane.
Could we see a 1-2 finish for the 8 or 80 guys with the new driver of Arthur Hermant in second place? It's hard to say with Douglas Beard in 3rd place. It's hard to say. Douglas Beard definitely has good pace on this track, and so he could definitely make his way up there.
Yeah, it definitely could happen, Kane. We could see it happen, and it's going to be a real tough task for Arthur Hermant to hold off Doug Beard his first week back in the GTCC, but it would be very impressive. Right now we're seeing him go around this right-hander, and so far so good for Arthur Hermant. Doug Beard taking his sweet time. He doesn't want to get in any kind of accident like we just saw Rob get into. This is such a tricky and technical track, Kane. It's very, very tough on these Kias. It is just so tough on these front-wheel drive cars.
Well, and the turns are such fast-paced turns through most of them, and so technical that there's not a lot of great passing opportunities on the track.
No, there's not. And it's just, you know, we've seen it here time and time again already. What has happened? I mean, Jason Lundy was running a great race. Boom, gone. You know, we saw Rob Fagg up front. Boom, gone. CP Allen twice. Boom, gone. It's just been one after the other. It's a very, very tough place, and it's given the drivers fits this week so far.
Well, it's turn 2 right here. It is just like there's a magnet out at that wall just pulling the cars over the edge. Once you come out of that turn, your car really wants to go wide out there, and if you get even a tiny little bit of your tire off, it pulls you all the way into the grass, and from there it's just so hard to save. So as long as they can keep it out of the grass on turn 2, that's going to be their best bet for finishing this race.
Whoa!
Arthur on 2 wheels. Whew.
That was awesome. This is awesome, guys. Doug Beard's out to try to make the pass on Arthur Harmon. I think he may have the advantage, Kane. If he does, he will slide up into second and break up the 8 or 80 guys in their 1-2 positions as they run still door to door. And the advantage is going to go to Doug Beard. Is he going to be able to close out the position? He will. Your new second-place driver currently, Doug Beard, in the number 23. We see Jim Egan over there in the grass as we ride by. But one thing I wanted to mention was the 8 or 80 guys are battling real hard with these Mile Marker Brewing Company guys for the team championship. And we just saw Matt Gelder finish 4th with Doug Beard taking the win in race 1. And here we have 8 or 80 doing a great job running 1 and 3 currently, Kane. This is fun.
Matt Gelder's got a lot of damage there in 4th place. I don't believe I seen that damage just a minute ago. But I think he might have had an off track and ended up getting some serious damage.
Man, Doug Beard is running ruthless right now. He is just bucking it. He's going to actually try to make a move on Fabrizio Battistella and try to get on the inside. I'm not going to be able to. Arthur Harmon is driving great, but he is just killing these corners. He is really driving the curbs like he's in a V8 Super. He is bumping them and just getting on 2 wheels, giving us some exciting driving in Arthur Harmon. But Fabrizio Battistella has his hands full with the number 23 Mile Marker Brewing Company Kia right there on his tail. Doug actually comes back a little bit. Doug's going down pit road? No.
Well, Fabrizio got off track just a little bit and really cost him a lot of time, allowing Douglas to just go on by nice and easy.
Yeah, I'm sorry about that, guys. The camera angle when I was looking, it looked like Doug Beard was going off on a separate road, but it was actually Fabrizio Battistella going off-road, and Doug Beard was doing fine. I knew they were coming up on the pit road. Doug Beard gets back out to another lead, and this could be good for the Mile Marker Brewing Company Kia here, Kane.
Yeah, most definitely. Getting into the lead in front of Fabrizio and Arthur is definitely going to allow him to go the pace that he's capable of, and we'll probably see him start pulling away.
Man, is it just me, or is that number 23 or doing some power sliding in the Kia? I just noticed in the past few turns, he really has slipped through the corners, and it's actually making some killer time for him. The battle for 8th place right now is killer as Jim Egan in the number 42 Blip Shift Kia and the Diagonal Motorsports Kia of Mario Girard are battling their hearts out for that 8th place position. Right now, Mario Girard's going to go to the outside and going to make the pass on Jim Egan there for the 8th position. Mario Girard, after having a really rough race 1, trying to get back to the front of the pack, and it's going to be fun to see. Here we are on lap number 6, fixing to go to lap number 7, right now, and man, this has been one heck of a race. We have definitely had some action-packed racing so far here, Kane, as we have some guys that have been lapped already. It's just been fun. We've seen wrecks, we've seen first place guys hit the wall. We just had a little bit of it all here.
Covey Moore is holding off Peter Hebron. They're having a really close race for that 5th position.
That is a great battle going on right now. The number 15 of Covey Moore trying to hold off Peter Hebron and the Martini Kia as they cross the start-finish line down into turn 1. And Covey Moore gets a great jump on Peter Hebron right there. And then you see Peter Hebron do a great job right there coming out of turn 2, going into the downhill area right here. Just a good job by both drivers. What a great battle. And it looks like C.P. Allen is done for the week. He had some rough accidents in race 1 and race number 2, and told the guys, the drivers, to have a great week. Sorry, he just had a bad week. He'll be back next week, Kane.
Yeah, it has been a tough week. It's been a tough couple weeks for CP. He's, like I say, he got bit by that bad luck bug, and yeah, that injury is swollen.
I don't blame him. If you're having a rough time like this, it's better just to get out, go practice for next week, and I think that's exactly what he's going to do. A little bit about where we're at tonight. We are at Mosport, also known as Canadian Tire Motors Park, here in Ontario, Canada, and it's a little bit about it. It's owned by Canadian Motorsport Ventures, and it actually opened in 1961. When it first opened, it only cost $500,000 to build, which is pretty neat. It's actually hosted Formula One for the Canadian Grand Prix. It's done a lot of different things. It's at United Sports Car Championships. NASCAR Canadian Tire Series runs there, and it's got a lot of different things. It has 10 turns in the Grand Prix circuit, and it's really a unique track. It's very, like we mentioned earlier, it's very technical for these Kias, Kane, and we're just seeing example after example here so far, race 2 and 1.
It is the last lap. Arthur Amont has caught Douglas Beard, and for the final lap, we are going to see a race to the finish.
This is racing, folks. Arthur Harmon trying to make the pass on Doug Beard. And Kane, this is what it's all about. Racing bumper to bumper to the checkered flag, and this is what we're seeing live right now from Canadian Tire Motorsports Park. And look at Doug Beard. Gets a killer slide up the hill, makes a right-hander right there, and gets a good jump on Arthur Harmon down the straight here. Arthur's
that
really
is a
gonna have
good
to
corner
get
to pick up some time on, and Douglas Beard hit it about perfect, and Arthur slipped up just a hair, so that did give him about 3/4 of a second gap there.
Arthur's really going to have to get aggressive here if he's going to find a way to win this race. He's really going to have to make an aggressive move happen as he's running out of real estate. And right now, rounding around the final turn here at Mosport, Doug Beard will go on to win race number 2 with a close finishing Arthur Harmon in his debut return to GTCC racing from Grassem. Great win by Doug Beard, but really big congratulations to Arthur Harmon. Not only do I want to mention Arthur Harmon, also the number 83 car of Fabrizio Battistella. That was a great run for the 8 or 80 guys, doing a really good job in that race. But Matt Gelder in the Mile Marker Brewing Company, Doug Beard and him finished 1 and 4 again for the second race in a row, Kane. They are really posting some heavy-duty points. This team's championship is really, really good.
Covey Moore and Peter Hebron getting ready to finish up. Peter Hebron really was working that clear to the last stretch of road, he was trying to get that 5th position from Covey, and he was definitely putting the pressure on.
Good race with these guys. Mario Girard back in 8th place, trying to catch up to the number 28. Trying to finish up in 7th, Rob Fagg, who was the leader at one point.
Mario Girard's definitely got some transmission issues. It sounds like he might be stuck in 2nd gear, maybe 3rd gear, but it's not sounding too good.
That is just another bad break for Mario Girard there. And I hate to say it, here he is. He's going to make it around the final turn. He's actually going to head into the pits to finish from pit road. Well, this was absolutely stunning of a race, guys. We saw just one accident after the other, but we did see some great battles. And not only at the front, we saw a great battle for 5th place. We also saw a great battle for the 7th position at one point. And that's the kind of racing I really like to see. I know the drivers this probably isn't any driver's favorite track, but I've enjoyed watching it here. It's a lot of action, Kane, and it's a tough place to pass. So when you see somebody make a good pass like we've seen here today, it really is a great accomplishment for these guys. It's such a tough place to drive.
Oh, it is a tough track. This track gets these little cars so upset, and they really are hard to keep on the road. And just finishing a race, these guys, I gotta say, great job just getting around this track without running off in turn 2. And there's a couple of these turns that really upset that car and make it so difficult.
I do want to go ahead and do the unofficial results for race 2, guys. Finishing in first place is the number 23 of Doug Beard. Finishing close second is the number 80 of Arthur Harmont. And in third, his teammate Fabrizio Battistella makes out our podium for race 2. The number 69 mile marker Kia of Matt Gelder finishes in the 4th position, with Covey Moore finishing in 5th. 6th goes to Peter Hebron in the Martini Kia, with Rob Fagg finishing back in 7th. Mario Girard finishes with some transmission issues, it sounds like, finished 8th. And Drew Lidke was able to salvage out a 9th place finish. Jim Egan in the Blip Shift Kia was able to finish 10th, with Simon Goodwin back in 11th. Jason Lundy is 12th, with CP Allen 13th. Both drivers finished 9 laps out. And that's how they finish up, Kane, here in race 2. What a race we just saw. I mean, this is such a tough place for these guys, and hope they don't get discouraged and let this stuff hang over their head. This is just such a tough place to race, and really, really tough for these guys. I know they're wanting to do a lot better than what's happening, but when you're at such a technical place like this, and this Kia, let's be honest, I think it's one of the toughest cars on the entire iRacing simulation service. It's just unreal how crazy and quickly these touring cars can get out from under you.
Oh, there's no doubt about that. These things can get kind of squirrely, but seems like the guys that drive them well really drive them well, and it's just kind of tough for everybody else. But they are fun to drive. I definitely see why this group of cars is so popular. The touring cars is so popular because they are fun to drive. But that race like tonight can definitely be stressful.
Especially from a guy like CP Allen, who's such a great driver in this car, Kane. We've seen him run up front time and time again, and I just had a rough night tonight. And you know, I hope he doesn't let it hang over his head too heavy and weigh on him too much, because he's such a great driver, and I know in time we'll see him back running up front for the wins. So it's hopefully I think he did the right thing tonight. He just knew that this wasn't his track, and He decided just, hey, I'm going to, if it's 4th and 3, don't go for it at the beginning of the game or mid-season. Drop back, punt. Let's do it on the next set of downs. And that's exactly what C.P. Allen is going to try to do as he returns next week.
Yeah, with one race left, though, that can be costly because you do get a handful of points for each and every race, and to not show up at all for one of the 3 races, that's a pretty big hit on the points. So I hope he comes in for the 3rd race, but it sounds like his frustration might have got the best of him, and we may not see him till next week.
Yeah, it is. It is going to be on him in the point standings to miss a total race. But I think with the way that he was racing, I think mentally it's better for him to pack it up and leave. And the reason I say that is because I would hate to see him be frustrated on the road, get angry, and the next thing you know, it carries over to next week because he just tried to force something he knew he couldn't, he shouldn't have done. And when you get out there and you're driving frustrated and angry, and it's never good. But I agree 100% with the point side of it. It's definitely going to hurt that he's missing his 3rd and final race. I hate that he's going to miss it. But we do have some guys here to talk with us, some of the drivers getting out. And the first driver I think we really need to talk to is the winner, Doug Beard. Congratulations, Doug, on your 2nd win here in race 2. It was a well-earned win. You had Arthur Harmont battling real tough with you there at the end and did a good job to take away with the victory.
Yeah, thanks a lot, JD. There's a lot of luck there because I had my issue on the first lap, and I saw a bunch of cars zoom by me, and I thought, well, there we go. There goes my fun weekend. But sure enough, I saw car after car, and I got a nice little battle with the 8 or 80 boys, and Fabricio went off, and that left me with Arthur, whom I got by. But boy, oh boy, he was on me. Kind of the same situation where I was watching the interval to Rob last race, and I saw it closing down. He was physically, within reach, and I thought for sure he's going to be able to have a go. But just the last corner, I saw him really throw it in there, and so I knew it was over in the very last corner. That was it. But otherwise, it was a well-fought thing.
Well, it was definitely fun for us to watch. That's for sure. Ended up being a real good race. So you've taken 2 out of the 3, Doug. We've seen you hit the Grand Slam, seen you do the hat trick before and win all 3. Best of luck in race 3. It'll be fun to see if you can do it again.
Cheers, JD. Fingers crossed, man. Catch you guys later.
All right, Doug, take buddy. That is Doug Beard, driver of the number 23. Rob Fagg had a great race going. He got out to a lead right there near the beginning of the race, was running red hot and doing good. And then what happened, Rob?
Yeah, I got the break point right. I just didn't turn in enough at the top of the hill. It sent me a bit wide down the slope down turn 2. I dropped a gear to try and slow the car, but as soon as I put the outside 2 wheels on the grass, I was a bit of a passenger, really.
Yeah, this is such a tough place, and in these cars especially. Once you hit that grass, it's like hitting a patch of black ice. There's nothing you can do when you're at that speed except for just be along for the ride, and that's exactly, I think, what happened there. And it's unfortunate. I know that you definitely would have liked to have got a chance to ace out that lead.
Yeah, definitely. I saw Doug obviously lose it in the double right-hander, and I thought, that's quite good for me if I can get ahead and win this race. It'd maybe be able to close the points on him in the championship. But no, it's my own fault. Should have judged that corner a bit better. But I'm quite happy I came back into 7th in the end, although I did have a bit of a mistake going into the pits, and due to the damage I missed the entrance to the pits and went back on the pit straight, so then I had to tow the car, which then lost me another 50 seconds. So I probably could have got another couple of places higher, but 7th place, it's still 9 points, so I'll take all the points that are going.
Well, Robbie, the good news is we still have one race left, and good luck to you, buddy. I hope that you have a great run there in that third and final race here at most. Maybe you can walk away with a win. I know that would be great and definitely make weekend a lot better than it's been so far, buddy.
Yeah, I'll do my best. The reverse grid for this race is 6 places, so unfortunately I only just missed out on that, but I'm sure I'll be battling hard with Doug directly in front of me.
That's 2 weeks in a row, Rob, that you just missed out by 1 spot on the reverse grid.
Yes, it's the way it goes, isn't it? But anyway, I'm going to get my head down and see if I can make up some places and score as many points as possible.
Alright, well, good luck, Rob.
Cheers, guys. I'll come and join you after this race as well.
Alright.
Great. All
Go ahead, JD.
All right, no, I was just going to say that is Rob right talking to us. Next, we have Matt Gelder, driver of the number 23 car. And how you doing, Matt?
Not too bad, but it's Doug's the 23 car, but I understand. I'll take the win for him.
Yes, you're the 69 mile marker brewer company. Sorry, I just always get you and your teammate back.
Yeah, no,
But
no
anyways,
problem. I'll take the win for him. It's okay.
That's right. But instead of the win, you did do a great job in finishing the 4th position again. Does wonders for your team, and as tight as the team points championship is currently, that's got to be very assuring to you guys to be finishing up top like this.
Yeah, after last week, that made it was a huge boost for us, and hopefully we can get hopefully I can get up a little bit farther. Hopefully get on podium for 3rd race, and that'll help us even farther.
Well, it's going to be fun here in the 3rd and final race coming up in just a moment. But what's so exciting is, Matt, you have really been showing a big turnaround from earlier in this season. I mentioned to Kane earlier this season, it seemed like you just had the wrong end of the deal. Every week we saw trouble. And finally, it's like the light switch has been turned the other way, and you've been able to drive without some bad luck, and it's turning out great for you, buddy.
Yeah, for some reason the bad luck decided to follow me everywhere. But these last week I think that was the turnaround point, and this week is going to be really good. And I think the next 2 races after this, towards the end of the season, I'm looking forward to them.
Well, Matt, we sure are glad that things are looking a lot better for you guys, and congratulations again on the 4th place finish. I know you'll be shooting for a podium or even better here in this 3rd and final race, so best of luck to you, Matt.
All right, see you guys later.
And that is the driver of the number 69 mile marker brewing company, Matt Gelder. And I always get him and Doug's numbers, but I don't know why. But we are excited to bring you guys race number 3 coming up in just a moment. Kane, another tough race for these guys in race 2, and I mean, you can only think that we're going to see more of this in the 3rd race. The only thing is who's going to be able to stay out of the trouble, who's going to be able to avoid what has happened so far, and it's going to be real fun to see who can make it this tough place for these kids known as Mosport.
Yeah, it's a tough track. We got 1 more race to go, and I'm anxious to see how it turns out, because this track has been really, really hard on these guys. So, yeah, I think we should get to race 3 and get the show rolling.
Well, we're going to do just that. Thank you guys very much, and GetDirtyMX.com for being with us. They are our wonderful sponsor. We thank them very much for being alongside us all season long. Check them out in between the intermission. We will be back in just a few minutes, guys, for our 3rd and final race, and can't wait to bring it to you live. This is Gross MTV. I'm JD Smith. Alongside me in the booth is Kane Kraft. We'll be right back live from Mosport for race number 3.